Hello, everybody. We're here today at the Solano studio. I'm your host, Leo. We're here with our very special guests, Fernando and Jose. And now that school is finally over for most of us, we're going to talk about the very special event going on this summer, the FIFA World Cup. And just to start off, we have Group A, which has Russia, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Uruguay. Group B, Portugal, Spain, Morocco, Iran. Group C, France, Australia, Peru, Denmark. Group D, Argentina, Iceland, Croatia, Nigeria. Group E, Brazil, Switzerland, Costa Rica, Serbia. We got Group F, Germany, Mexico, Sweden, Korean Republic. Group G, Belgium, Panama, Tunisia, England. Group H, Poland, Senegal, Colombia, and Japan. So to start us off, Fernando, we have Group A, Russia, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Uruguay. Who do you think will be the top two teams coming out of that group?
So, Group A, really flexible. First team, I'll give it to Uruguay. They have a really good squad, solid players. They have Luis Suarez, center forward. He plays for Barcelona. He's made a lot of goals. He not only bites the defenders, but he tackles them on. Uruguay has also has Cavani, who plays for PSG. Does have Godin as a defender, a veteran defender in that fact. Second place, I give it to Peru.
Egypt.
Just go Egypt.
Okay. Second place, I give it to Egypt. They haven't made it to World Cup in a very long time. They played very well to qualify. Notably, Mohamed Salah has been playing outstanding with this season with Liverpool. He's taking Liverpool to the final against Real Madrid. That's my take on it. I gave it to Uruguay and Egypt.
Awesome. So, Jose, Group B, we have Portugal, Spain, Morocco, and Iran. Who do you think will be the top two teams coming out of that group?
So the top two teams that I have chosen are Spain and Portugal. Spain having a very solid overall team. They have forwards, midfielders, and defenders just stacked. But they don't, unfortunately, have a key player. They don't have someone that I think stands out for them.
Yeah.
But they still have the whole team that could take it to first place. Second place, I have Portugal. Portugal winning the Euro 2016. They have won that, and I believe that they will come in second place with Cristiano Ronaldo playing excellent and is doing well with his team going to championships and finals. So with that, and they have a good defender, Pepe, which is very experienced and is already known and well known around the World Cup. So I believe they have a team that will make it out of the tournament, or to make it out of the group stage, to say.
Absolutely. Portugal having great confidence right now. Group C, we have France, Australia, Peru, and Denmark. So, Jose, who do you think will be the top two teams there?
Who do you think, Jose?
I mean, Fernando. Who do you think?
So I give it to France. France has a team that could potentially win this tournament. To start off, their forwards, amazing. You have Griezmann playing amazing. I can't say how much. The defenders look pretty good. Their goalkeeper is doing pretty well. Their squad all around is very talented. Very young, but amazingly talented. Second place, I give it to Peru. Peru, same as Egypt, making a World Cup first time in a very long time. They play their hearts out to qualify for this World Cup. They're considered the underdogs this World Cup, so they will fight all they can to prove that they can play at a very top level. And so I look forward to seeing them play.
Yeah, of course. We have Group D, which is Argentina, Iceland, and Croatia and Nigeria. Who do you think will be the top two teams there?
So I have Argentina in first. They're just an outstanding team. Their forwards are filled with world-class players, Agüero, Messi, Higuaín, and their midfielders are looking pretty solid as well. And their defense, not the greatest. They've never had the greatest defense, but I don't think in that group stage they would have offensive opponents that would really challenge their defense. So I think they're going to be smooth sailing into first place. Second place, I have Croatia. Croatia might not have star players or well-known or a lot of well-known players, but they do have a solid midfield which could potentially control the game. With Luka Modric, who is an outstanding passer, as well as Ivan Rakitic. Both of them play for Madrid and Barcelona, and they also have a young talented player by the name of, what's his name? It's
Can't think of his name, but I know he's talking to.
he's from Real Madrid as well. He's played a few games and he's very well talented. I can't think of his name right off the bat, but I know Kovacic. That's his name. He's talented. Madrid looked into him and buying him, and they believe he has a lot of young talent. So we hope he shines some of that on the World Cup.
Yeah, a lot of people are very excited to see Messi play in the World Cup, and not to mention Argentina's starting goalie is not going to be playing, or maybe not playing, in the World Cup. So Group E, we have Brazil, Switzerland, Costa Rica, and Serbia. Who will be the top two teams coming out of that group, Fernando?
It's an easy pick. I give it to Brazil. Sure, they got knocked out of the last World Cup. Very embarrassing, losing 7-1 to Germany. But I believe they have the players they didn't have last World Cup, such as Neymar, who left that last World Cup with an injury. He has just improved so much in his past 4 years. Now he's leading his own team in PSG. He switched over from Barcelona to PSG this last summer. You got defenders that have been playing for a very long time. You have midfielders that are solid, such as Casemiro, who plays a very well center midfield center defensive. Very hard to get around him. He's very strong, very aggressive. He's proven that he can even hold Messi back in the Liga. Second place, I would give it to, let's see, it's a pretty tough one.
Who else was in that group stage?
So you had Brazil, Switzerland, Costa Rica, Serbia.
So the last three teams are very, very well balanced. Then the player that stands out of the top two teams is Navas. He's Real Madrid's goalkeeper. He plays very well. He makes a few errors every now and then, but he's just outstanding goalkeeper, very fast reflexes. He's not a tallest goalkeeper, which is something he gets criticism for because it's harder to him to reach the longer balls, but he'll get to there somehow. So I'll give it to him.
Yeah, absolutely. We have now we have Group F with Germany, Mexico, Sweden, and Korean Republic. Some of your thoughts on that group?
On that group, I think there's one team that's really that stands out of that group, which is Germany. Germany had just won the previous tournament of the 2014 World Cup in Brazil. Their team doesn't look exactly the same that they won with, but they still have a good key players like Toni Kroos. They have Mesut Ozil, who has aged a bit, but they could still take them and help them achieve and even move on to like the finals to say. But with all that, I say Germany would come out in first, Mexico coming out in second. I believe Mexico has a lot of underrated players. They have players scattered all throughout Europe. They have people in England, in Spain, in Portugal, and with all of that, they'll bring them back and play with some of Mexico's, because Mexico is also known to have the division where it's unpredictable because it's so competitive in that league that mostly it's unpredictable every season. And with that, and combining the world-class players from outside of Mexico, I just feel like that's a very strong team that will make it out at least in second place.
Yeah. So now we have our final groups, which consist of Group G: Belgium, Panama, Tunisia, and England. Some of your thoughts on that, Fernando?
First place, I give it to Belgium. Belgium has a really strong attack, such as Lukaku as a center forward and Eden Hazard. Hazard has been noted this past 2 seasons. He's been considered among one of the greatest currently at this time. Some people rank him up close to Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. I think he's playing very well. He makes a lot of chances. He's very quick. His dribbling is very accurate. The goalkeeper is outstanding as well. Courtois plays for Chelsea alongside with Eden Hazard. They have so much chemistry together. It's just overall a very strong team.
Also, not to mention Kevin De Bruyne, who had just helped Man City
Definitely.
win the Premier League. So he's been a key player for his club, and now he's with the Belgium team, and we can't wait for him to show what he has.
Yeah.
And last but not least, we got Group H, which consists of Poland, Senegal, Colombia, and Japan.
So we have. Can you run them one more time? Sorry.
So we got Poland, Senegal, Colombia, and Japan.
So through that, the group, it's a very difficult because I see them all kind of around the same area, especially Poland and Colombia. They have key players such as James for Colombia and Lewandowski for Poland. I gave it to to Colombia to come out on top in first place, and for Poland to come out in second with Lewandowski helping them and scoring the goals and managing to get through the group stage.
Awesome. And now that we went to our round of 16, so it would be Portugal and Uruguay. Who do you think will come out on top on that match?
So for this one, I definitely go to Portugal. Uruguay does have overall solid squad, but Portugal has Cristiano Ronaldo. He's been a goal scorer machine for the years he's been playing for Manchester United, for Real Madrid. Very hard to stop. He led Portugal to the Euros finals and won it. Uruguay always plays strong, but I hardly seen them make it so far in the tournament. So I'll definitely give this to Portugal.
So we got Portugal first, and so the next match would be France and Croatia. Who do you think will come out on top on that?
I think France would go ahead and take that. Maybe not easily. It might be a little bit of a challenge. Croatia could put up a fight, but that one looks kind of one-sided. I feel like France, even though they have young players, they still have the speed and the agility to run past Croatia and just move to the next round and face Portugal.
Absolutely. So after some battling out, we have Brazil and Mexico. That's going to be an exciting match for a lot of people over here. So who do you choose in that match?
So this hurts my heart a little bit, but I'll give it to Brazil. Mexico, they play against Brazil a lot, and no bueno. Their match is tight every now and then. For Brazil, just outstanding team. There's no way Mexico can keep up with them unless they play to their hearts out. But that can only get you so far in a game. Brazil, their defense can hold up Mexico's defense without problem. It's just Mexico's defense cannot keep up with Brazil's forwards. So I'll give it to Brazil.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting, but tough match for Mexico. Next, we have Belgium and Poland. Who do you think will come out on top?
Since I had Belgium, I believe we had chosen Belgium in first place on our group.
Yeah, I'll give it to Belgium too.
And so we have Belgium and Poland. I give Belgium advancing. The fact that Poland had just got out of the group stage with not so many difficult opponents, and Belgium is going to be like a waking up call for Poland, because their team is just from defending to attacking. Their team is there, it's stacked, and I take Belgium advancing to the next round.
All right, so we got Belgium. Next match is going to be against Spain and Egypt. What do you think about that?
Egypt, they're a very great team. I don't think they can take it past Spain. Spain is just a master of keeping possession of the ball. They'll make it difficult for Egypt to even get the ball away from them, even though they have really fast players. Like I say, Mohamed Salah, amazing player, but I don't think he can dribble past defenders such as Sergio Ramos and Gerard Piqué. Definitely, I'll give this to Spain easily.
Not to mention Jordi Alba, which is
Jordi
just as
Alba
fast.
is just as fast, if not faster. He'll be
catch up to
difficult
him.
for just one man to lead against
an entire squad.
Yeah, it'd be pretty tough.
Yeah, another exciting team in the World Cup with Spain. And of course, not to mention a really interesting player in Messi. So we have our first match in the
Round of 16.
round of 16s with Argentina and Peru. Tell me your thoughts.
Well, once again, everybody's going to be looking at Messi. They're going to be waiting to see what he does, and I believe he will perform. Once again, I believe they're going to take out Peru. Unfortunately, the underdogs, their run might come out early. They might exit early, but it's Argentina. Argentina is a very known team. They have their likes of winning is very high, and I just believe that Argentina is gonna advance to the next round easily.
Absolutely. Now we have Germany and Costa Rica. I can kind of see where you're going with this one, but let me know what you think.
So definitely Germany. Costa Rica, the best team is the goalkeeper. I'll give him that. Navas, amazing goalkeeper. Germany's best team is consisted of players that can easily run past Costa Rica. Unfortunately, Manuel Neuer won't play this World Cup. He's been out injured for the past season. The second best goalkeeper plays for Barcelona, Ter Stegen. He, many cases, has played better than Navas. Overall, I think Germany can easily pass Costa Rica as well with their attacking and defense. Is really strong. Germany is arguably everyone's favorite this year since they win last one. So I don't think Costa Rica will put up much of a challenge for them.
Yeah. So finally, we got Colombia and England. And tell me your thoughts on that match.
So Colombia versus England, we decided on that one that we were gonna pick Colombia, just because England has not shown their full potential, even though they have Harry Kane, who's an upcoming star, and James, who's already out. He's shined last World Cup, so they're going to be focusing on him too this World Cup, seeing what he can do, and he just elevated himself to a world-class level from the last one. We just feel like England is not ready yet. They're still in the progress of making their team, but to compete in this level, I don't think they're going to get past the round of 16.
All right, so we got Colombia advancing, and so now we have Portugal and France meeting up. Who do you think will come out on top on that?
This will be a very fun match. Portugal just beat France for the Euro finals in 2016, 1-0. Very late minute goal, but it's really tough to see them win again. Portugal played their best. France did not play their best. I believe that France will easily come out on top in this one overall. Even though Portugal will put up a tough fight, France will have a hard time keeping Ronaldo in check. But over that, it'll be pretty easy for them.
So you got Ronaldo going down.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. So now we got Brazil and Belgium.
Brazil and Belgium, two very stacked
Strong
teams.
yeah,
they're stacked. But I give it to Brazil. Brazil has, I think, their key player is Neymar, who is going to help them. Hopefully, he doesn't get injured early this time. And if he does compete, they even have backups for him. They have key players like Firmino, Gabriel Jesus, and I feel like Belgium, their attacking and their midfield is great, but their defense is not, and that's when they're gonna have trouble trying to control Brazil in their defense. Even though they do have Courtois, which is considerably one of the best goalkeepers, I feel like Brazil can still manage goals on him.
Yeah.
All right, and I believe one of the most interesting matches are going to be Spain versus Argentina. Tell me your thoughts on that match.
This is very tough. Argentina has a very well forward as of Lionel Messi, Sergio Aguero, Paulo Dybala, main forwards such as Di Maria as well. Their midfield, unfortunately, their defense isn't as great. Spain has Piqué. They have Sergio Ramos, Jordi Alba, Daniel Carvajal. Those four defenders are made up of the top two teams in Europe right now, both Real Madrid and Barcelona. They either play with Lionel Messi or play against Lionel Messi. So it was going to be hard for them to keep him in check, but I'm sure they'll manage well.
And not to mention David De Gea, the goalkeeper.
David De Gea, he's at the moment, I consider him the best goalkeeper in the world, such as the past best goalkeepers currently injured, so he didn't play much this season. So I'll definitely give it to David De Gea for being an outstanding player. Very good reflexes, very tall. He's able to get to the ball out of nowhere. He's an amazing player. Spain overall, like I said, they're the creators of it's called tiki taka. That's it's just overall possession of the ball. They tend not to lose the ball. They tend to keep the ball a majority of the time, and the more time you have with the ball, the more chances you create of scoring. So I'll give it to Spain.
Absolutely. We got Spain advancing, and finally we got Germany and Colombia. Tell me your thoughts.
Germany and Colombia. We have Colombia, I feel, just barely beating Poland, and Germany just easily beating Costa Rica. So now we have those teams facing off. I feel like Germany's gonna have the momentum. I want to say the momentum of just kind of beating teams, and just see as Colombia as another one of those teams. And Colombia, I feel like they're gonna have a difficult time with Poland, and just kind of get them at a weak angle. Like,
Yeah.
just got done beating a team that was matched up to your strength. But overall, Germany, we have talked about Germany and all these giant teams, and it makes it seem like they're just gonna glide through all the way almost to the final. So I give Germany giving that one, and just advancing to the next one.
All right, guys. So now we're at the semifinals, which is going to be pretty interesting with France and Brazil. Who do you got there?
So this would definitely be my favorite match above all. I personally believe that France will actually take it over Brazil. Brazil, it's one of everybody's favorites. Neymar is just an amazing player, but I think that France has more young talented players than Brazil. The thing I have against these two teams is that they no longer have veterans. A veteran that I would consider for Brazil was Dani Alves, who won't be playing. Dani Alves has been with Barcelona for a very long time. He's played with Brazil for a long time, but he won't be playing in this World Cup. France has been out of veterans for the past couple of years, which has let them down a lot. One of my not so recent favorite strikers, Karim Benzema, has not been playing for France. He didn't play in the Euros, which I think is why they probably lost. France overall, I see a lot more potential in them than Brazil. I feel like Brazil will rely too much on Neymar, whereas France relies more on the whole team.
All right, and the other game, the other semifinal game, pretty interesting as well. Spain, Germany. Who do you got there?
Spain and Germany, I almost feel like they're alike in a way. They both try to keep possession, although like he was saying, Spain has created this form of possession where
Yeah.
they hold the ball to just see and frustrate the team. But Germany has known to do that as well. Their defense is just stacked. They have world-class defenders. Both teams playing in Champions League, and their defenders are being top class. Everybody wants one of their defenders. But I give it to Spain. Spain, although they might not have the greatest, or to say both of these teams don't have the star players like most of these teams do, but I feel that overall Spain could outweigh Germany, and they're gonna come through and go to advance to the final.
All right, so at the end of the day, with Fernando and Jose, we have France and Spain meeting up in the final. So do you guys want to tell me your thoughts on that?
Definitely a tough game. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna give this to France. France is overall so young, talented. It's a lot of players now are used to the same old tricks. You got your basic crossovers, you got your fake shots, you got your crossovers. I feel like these young players have so much creativity over Spain. Overall, Spain, it's a veteran team that just full with defenders that are used to playing against top players. Definitely will give this to France since they are amazing. I just can't say how much. Defenders are very fast, a lot faster than the Spanish defenders, such as Varane, who is incredibly fast. I believe he's even faster than Jordi Alba. That's hard to say. but I also think their forwards are also fast. You have Griezmann, who be playing very well. The thing about France over Spain is that France does actually have one star player, which I'll consider Griezmann. Spain, I don't see them with the star striker. They're not playing Morata this year. They're playing Diego Costa, but Diego Costa is getting very old and not as fast as Griezmann. He is a strong player, but I don't think he's still made to just take their team.
Any takes on the final match?
I want to say that France would take it, but I feel like they might even go into penalties. I don't think this is going to be an easy game. I think France would win them in penalties just by overtime. Like he was saying, France does have a lot of young, talented player, but I think that's a positive and a negative, because with that they don't have much experience. And what Spain does have the experience. They have won the 2010 World Cup, and then even though they didn't do great in 2014, they have players that are well experienced, world class, and they know what they're doing, as opposed to these young players that are now stepping onto the stage but don't know how to really maneuver through the stage to see what they're doing. I think they have the potential. They have everything they have is considered to be champion. They have everything to win it all. But I think Spain is going to give them a tough time trying to reach that goal.
All right, so in the final we got basically experience versus youth. And so my guests, Fernando and Jose, have France and Spain going to the final. Who do you guys think is going to meet up in the final? Well, that's it for today. Thank you to Fernando and Jose once again, and we'll see you soon.
If you are interested in a career in sports broadcasting,
whether you're commentating a live game
or hosting your own TV show,
or working behind the scenes, then this is the class for you.
For more information, contact Greg Poff, that's me, at solano.edu.
We hope to see you here next semester, and remember,
it's more than just sports, it's an education.